Alright guys, welcome or welcome back, whichever it may be for you. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to AFK evacuate the shelter. I will be doing this 160 mission solo, and it does have wall weakening. Now I am sure that there are a few ways that you can AFK evacuate the shelter, but I'll just go ahead and show you the method that I came across and the one that I actually use pretty much daily when I choose to do this mission. So really quick, this mission does have a water storm as well as wall weakening, which makes that pretty simple because all it means is that I have to use metal for this mission. Now if you have metal corrosion as well, along with the two I just named, all you want to do is use stone. Stone will prevent the walls from breaking. I've already tested it out a bunch of times. Metal no longer works as well as it used to. Alright, so if you are going to carry lower level players in this mission, make sure you have them wait in the pregame lobby while you load in. Because if everybody does load in at the same time, it just means that you have more husks to kill in the beginning. So if you load in by yourself, there will be less husks to deal with, which is great. If you're playing solo, it's fine, just load in and kill all the husks that you want. Or you could just have them hit the base and they'll kill themselves and the base will still be standing by the time they're all dead. Now if you do however spawn in and there are a bunch of lobbers and flingers, they won't die if they attack the base, so you will want to shoot those. But husks, husklings, husks, it doesn't matter. Just let those hit the base. They'll kill themselves and they'll count towards your counter. I believe it's 30 husks when you start this mission, but I could be wrong. Either way, anything that attacks the base will die, and you'll be able to build after. It doesn't matter if you take a little bit of damage. Alright, so as always, once you reach your objective, go ahead and clear the area. Take out any husks and encampments that are close by, any trees or houses or cars or whatever. Go ahead and shoot those, get those out the way. It will also wake up other husks that are close by, which is good, because then you could go ahead and take those out as well, so they won't be a problem later. Now in these higher level missions, if you are a constructor and you're going to go ahead and attack some encampments, I do recommend placing your banner down. Chances are you're going to die, whether it's getting swarmed by something or just getting shot by something with aimbot. Go ahead and place your banner down, that way when you do die, or if you do die, you could go ahead and spawn back in that same location. I definitely die here, I get sniped, but other than that, go ahead and kill all the husks that are close by, and then you can go ahead and start building. Alright, so really quick, this is important. This build does not work on every single spawn location that you will be given. Sometimes the evac shelter spawns in horrible spots and you don't have enough space to build, or the terrain is just horrible. If that does happen, all you gotta do is back out of the mission and load back in, and hopefully you'll get a better spot to do this build. Now just a couple situations where you do want to back out and find a new build location is basically when your shelter spawns above a cave. If there is a cave right under your base, back out of the mission and find a new spot, because there is a bug in the game right now. Basically, instead of attacking your walls, all the husks will simply go inside of that cave and for whatever reason will damage your base without actually touching your base. So if you do get a cave, go ahead and back out. It's super annoying, but now that you guys know, hopefully you guys could avoid that. Another location this base will not work on is basically if the evac spawn location is in a spot where husks walk on top of the base. So say if the base spawns under a cliff or something like that and the husks will walk on top of the base, if you're in that situation, the build will not work and you'll have to back out and find a new spawn location. Now lastly, if you have bad terrain to where you cannot place floors around the majority of the base, go ahead and back out and save yourself the trouble, because it will not work in this situation either. You do need to have these floors down, or else the husk will simply just attack the walls that they could reach. If they cannot reach a specific wall and they won't be able to touch it, doesn't matter if you can't place the floors or not, just leave it be, and you don't even have to upgrade it because they can't touch it. Now that that is out of the way and you have a good spawn location, you could go ahead and start building. Go ahead and put the bottom layer and your edited floors and your edited walls as the material that you're going to be using. Anything that the husks will be attacking, go ahead and make sure you use the right material. The second layer that I have built out of wood, you could leave as wood. You do not have to upgrade it. Again, if they're not going to touch the base, you do not have to upgrade it. You do not have to put the right material because it doesn't matter. Back here, I'm going to go ahead and destroy these because, like I said, they're not going to be back here. It doesn't matter. These two bottom walls right here could be wood, matter of fact, but I'm not going to change that. I'll just go ahead and leave it. So go ahead and make sure you use the right materials for the right spots. Second layer doesn't matter. The bottom does because they will be attacking that. So in short, if the husk cannot reach it and they cannot touch it, you could use tier 1 wood. If they could hit it, go ahead and use the strongest material that's available and go ahead and upgrade it. Now that that's done, the concept of this base is simple. Let's go ahead and talk about what you want to do to make the husk stall. Now all you want to do once that bottom part is built, you're going to start building the top part. Now all you want to do is go ahead and find where the husks are spawning from. You can see that on the map, and you can also see the purple spawn points everywhere. So I see where they're spawning at. All you want to do from this point is build stairs leading up to the top of your base. Make sure you have the stairs edited halfway like this, and then go ahead and place a full wall at the top. Basically what this will do is allow the husks to walk up there, and only the first few will attack the wall, while everything that's behind the first few will simply just stand there. Now on the west side it was perfect because all I did was build 2 simple stairs leading up, which is the best situation, the best scenario that you could be put in. 2 simple stairs leading up to the wall. Now a majority of the time you will get that perfect 2 stairs in the wall, which is great. But sometimes you will get terrible terrain like I do have here, and it will be kind of an issue. Normally I would say back out and just go ahead and find a new spawn location, but I do have my edited floors down on that side, and I know they won't really want to attack those walls. So there is a way that you can work around this sometimes. All you gotta do is edit the stairs and edit your floors, just making it lead up to the top of the base. Now as you see here, I do this exactly that. I'll edit the stairs and I'll edit the floor. That way they still walk up it and it still leads to the same spot, so they will still use it. So I'm just showing you this as an example. Do not panic. You don't always have to do this. This isn't something that happens often. In fact, you could just simply back out and find a new spawn location. But I am just showing you that it is possible to still do, even if you don't have the perfect 2 stairs and a wall. Alright, so to be clear, you do not need to put stairs on every single side of the base. You're only putting those in front of the spawn points. So anywhere that they're spawning from, that's where you're going to go ahead and put your stairs at. Now if you do have all your husks attacking the same side of the base instead of attacking from multiple directions like they are in my mission here, all you have to do is build 2 separate sets of stairs leading up to the same side of the base. That way the husks would simply choose which one they want to go up, and the process will work the same. So if they are attacking the same side of the base and they're not attacking from multiple directions, here's a quick example of what I mean by using 2 different stairs. And like I said, if they are attacking from multiple sides, all you have to do is put 1 set of stairs on whatever sides that they're attacking from, and that should look like this. So hopefully those screenshots helped to be a little less confusing, since I did have a bad location here. But like I said, I'm just showing you that it is possible to do it even with a terrible location. It's not recommended, but it's possible. Now for the top part, you do not want to use wood for this. Go ahead and use either stone or metal, whichever is the best material depending on what your modifiers are. Sometimes the husks do phase through the wall and they will try to attack the floor up there. That doesn't happen too often, but it does happen here and there, so make sure you do not use wood for that. So for those of you that are curious, these are my perks for my sound wall. Of course there's a bunch of ways you could have it, but this is the one I use for this build. I don't have too many sound wall schematics. This is just the one that I have available to me. So go ahead and put a sound wall on each of the top walls where the stairs lead up to. And then the wall trap on the back could be anything, just as long as it has increased building health or heals attached building, which is the one that I use here. So the mission is about to start, and I only have less than a minute now, and I completely forgot to upgrade the bottom of the base. You don't want to do that. Make sure you upgrade the bottom of the base. I already showed that in the screenshots earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to finish upgrading this before the mission starts. So when you do start the defense portion of the mission, make sure you watch the Husks and make sure they go up the stairs. Sometimes you do have to reset the Husks because they will be attacking in the bottom of the base. This isn't always the case, but it does happen from time to time. So basically, to reset the Husks, all you have to do is look at which wall they're attacking the most and just set a sound wall in front of it. Once they dance that first time, it pretty much resets them and they'll just want to go up the stairs after. If you have 1 or 2 Husks attacking another wall for whatever reason, it's fine because it's really not a big deal. Because if it's just a 1 or 2 or maybe 3, chances are they'll never break the wall anyway. So just let them hit it. It's not a big deal. So as a quick recap, you don't always have to reset the Husks. That doesn't happen too often. And even when it does, it only takes a sound wall or 2, which is way less materials and way less time and effort compared to doing this mission normally. Now all that's really left to do is just chill on top and collect your mats, and just make sure the top walls do not break. Chances are they won't, especially if you have more than one base up here, but I do like to use hotfix or hazard. If the wall does get too low, I'll just heal it manually. Also, if a wall does get too low, you do have a slow field and a banner to help you out, so make sure you have those gadgets on. Super helpful for AFKing missions or doing missions like this. Now I do see that they are still hitting this wall. That's my fault. I did not reset them earlier when I seen them hitting it, but I just didn't think they'd continue to hit it. That one was my bad, but now that the sound wall is down and they have been resetted, they will no longer attack that wall, and as you can see, they just went straight up those stairs, which is really what you want. So really quick, as you could see, even though they broke the floor, they still got reset, so they're not going to attack the wall anymore. So they're just going to stand there and watch it until the mission is over. So for those of you that are curious, this is the build I'm using now. This is pretty much what I use for every AFK mission that I do besides endurance. I do have a different AFK build for endurance, but this is what I'm using. I switched my Ice King to Commander. I no longer use Power Base Nox as my main. I did for the longest, but I do feel like the Ice King is better. I have tested it out a good amount. So that's what I use. Now let's just keep it going. Now if you made it to this point in the video, you're a legend. Go ahead and drop a like and go ahead and subscribe. It will help me out a ton and I really do appreciate it. With that said, I'll see you guys on the next one, and I will just let this video play out.